Since how long have you been trying to get this golden day right? I have been waiting for this since a long time, right? So that is the topic today. And I remember what I did when the going was not very smooth. I was in rough for most of my time. So what I was doing then? Uh, the first thing I did was when in a pain point, first of all, when we are suddenly in a pain point after a relatively smooth life, say from childhood to your youth stage, then you had a relatively comfortable life before, and suddenly you are kind of pulled pulled into a struggle, some kind of struggle. So it kind of makes restless, right? And one cannot wait for like say it is very difficult to think in a calm and peaceful and stable manner. Something comes into the mind and goes, and it is like say waves of say hmm, getting into happiness, uh, into say self confidence, and then again getting into that kind of depression. So that kind of slump and up that was going on for some time. So when it happens for quite a long time, then actually what you do is you start thinking about what can be done, because it is not going to help if you are blaming somebody, blaming yourself, having a victim mindset, or say trying to be angry at times because of this condition, these things have happened. It is never the other people, right? It is you. So the first thing is, from that inconsistency of thought, the there is a certain situation that comes in which says that just hold on for for a few seconds, hold on for a few seconds and try to listen to your heart, you know. And most of the time your heart says what? It says the unpleasant thing. It doesn't say anything very good, anything positive, right? So during those moments, it like say one needs to accept. Again, that acceptance stage also is quite spread out. In the initial stage, you will try to negate in self denial that these things are not happening, this is not happening with me, and you you will try, you'll become impatient about that is not happening, because the expectation is very high, and you there is no way one can know about the other side of that particular situation happening. So that is the second stage when you start learning about your gut feeling, and your gut feeling is not lying. It is saying it is 50, more than 90% of the things that you are trying is not going to happen, and 10% only will happen. And if you further try to get inwards, then also what happens is the out of those 90%, the first, if you write down whatever is not happening, whatever is not happening, then you will see that your favorite things, whatever you are trying, expecting to happen, those things are not happening according to your gut feeling. You know, and from your inner heart that these things are not happening. So that is the first thing. First, I mean, but what can you do? You can become impatient and you try to reconcile, right? You try to reconcile, and then the next stage immediately after that, when you start reconciling, there is something wonderful happens. What happens is, like, say, whatever that 10% is happening, that is more than enough. You know, you start realizing that that 10% is more than enough for a situation when it is not actually happening at all. There was zero. From that 10% is huge, right? So then that acceptance and that reconciliation and self acceptance starts to happen. Then the next stage is, we can I can call that as 2A 2B in the previous phase, and now it transitions to third phase. When something happens, now in this stage, actually you are very clear about what is going to happen and what is not going to happen. You are not unduly expectant about the outcome, right? You are not unduly expectant. And in that non expectation, you have a hope of a dream which is nearly impossible. You are expecting something impossible to happen. See, it is beyond your normal expectation. It is something beyond yourself. The purpose is beyond yourself. And then actually it is, you are not anymore feeling guilty about expecting that outcome. And that is a very strange thing. Just in the previous moment, you were trying to reconcile. In this moment, you are trying to be possessive and demanding of what you were expecting, because you are expecting something more than yourself. With that expectation, something greater than life is going about to happen, right? That is when it is the third stage, and then you feel like a super confidence coming through to you, and you are actually depending on a higher self, a god, maybe, whatever you call. That super mind comes in, takes over from you, and slowly you will start manifesting something beyond expectation. It doesn't hold any logic. Unexpectedly, things start happening. And that is the third stage, when you tap into your potential, your higher power. That is the third stage. And I should be honest with you, saying that it is not very consistent. Every now and then, the self goes back to step 2 and step 1. So that is why you feel depressed, and from there are ways and means when you need to. That is the mindfulness, right? Your inner strength is growing, and you need your inner strength to get yourself out from stage 1 and stage 2 to stage 3, where you are expecting bigger than life, bigger than your purpose, your individual purpose, and you are getting into a world of dreams. People will call it daydreaming, but you are manifesting those daydreams every now and then. So, right now, I recognize every small thing happening positive for me. And I am inching towards that. That is the process. Whatever little I have, I am so very satisfied, and I am amazed at the and surprised at the good thing happening to me, and I am kind of urging the universe to give me more. And that is how I am building up my confidence and my capability to get more, manifest more. And it happens after such a long struggle, because if I'm giving this theory to you, are you going to get it unless you experience it? No, no. So, but you can come into my shoe when I'm expressing this and give it a feeling, and then start feeling for yourself. If you were in that kind of position, what will you do? Write down those impossible things. It will be pain points, pain moments for you, I know. But if you can do that exercise, you will see that those pain moments can be resolved, reconciled, and redesigned, and can be drawn into your reality after a certain time. When your inner strength grows, you become the capable container to have the universal blessing. So this is Sangeeta, and I teach about resourceful influencing in the perspective of leadership growth. And my webinar happens at clarion.greenbandhavgarh.in/Sangeeta's webinar, that you can find a description of in the podcast itself. And we will meet on Sundays at 7 p.m. Thank you.